It wasn't long ago if you wanted to take a photo, shoot video, play video games, shine a flashlight, read a book, listen to music, look up the time, take notes, surf the internet, or make a phone call, you had to have a specific device for each of these functions. Enter the smartphone. Now you can do all of these things on one single device that can fit in your purse or pocket. Chances are that if you own a video camera, it is your smartphone. Most standard smartphones have the capability of recording 1920 by 1080 high-definition video. Unfortunately, not everyone has experience operating a video camera. This video will provide you with some tips and hints for capturing great video with your smartphone. Rule number 1 for shooting video with a smartphone is to hold the phone horizontally, not vertically. Movie screens, televisions, computers, online video streaming sites, and most other modern screens have a 16:9 aspect ratio. Have you ever viewed footage shot with a mobile phone and most of the image on the left and right side of the screen was blacked out? This is the result of holding the smartphone vertically. Ultimately, this is shooting video in a 9:16 format and playing it back on a 16:9 screen. You always want your video to fill the screen while shooting, and this begins with holding the camera correctly. The next tip is to ensure that you have appropriate lighting. While smartphones can capture excellent video, they typically do not perform well in poorly lit areas. If you notice that your image looks grainy, it is most likely due to poor lighting. If you are filming indoors in a dimly lit room, be sure to add some additional lighting to ensure that you capture clear video images. If shooting during the daytime, start by opening the window shades and letting the sunlight in. If shooting at night, turn on light fixtures in the space. If it's still too dark, bring in additional lights from another room. You may also borrow a light kit from the SPC Seminole campus. Shooting outdoors in the sun surely produces plenty of light for your camera, but the sun can also create some lighting complications. Depending on the time of day you are filming, you may encounter very harsh and undesirable shadows cast on your actors. You can use reflectors to redirect the sunlight, scrim to diffuse it, or flags to block the sun to get the look that you want. If you do not have access to these materials, shooting on an overcast day is an option. The cloud cover diffuses the light, eliminates harsh shadows, and still produces a well-lit image. Also, when filming in the bright sun, ensure that your subject is not facing you with their back to the sun. This will cause your subject to appear as a silhouette. If you do not desire a silhouette, simply change positions and stand with your back against the sun and your subject facing the sun. You will notice that your subject is now fully lit. Avoid shooting in front of windows, as you may end up seeing a reflection of yourself in the shot. Unfortunately, we can't control the weather. The best option is to do a location scout ahead of time to find an outdoor space with trees, buildings, awnings, etc. that block out the harsh sun but still have adequate lighting for your scene. Stabilization of your camera is very important and sometimes can be a challenge. Ultimately, a tripod is typically used to stabilize the camera when shooting video. Mobile phone tripod adapters that attach to traditional tripods are available at a nominal cost and well worth the investment. There are also a variety of inexpensive tripods and gimbals available to help attain that steady shot. If you do not have the means, you can borrow a tripod or gimbal from the SPC Seminole campus. Great footage can be captured shooting handheld if you follow a few simple tips and practice. Start by holding your device with both hands and keep your elbows as close to your body as possible. If you want to pan left or right, turn your body at the hips instead of moving your arms. Use the same technique for tilting the camera up and down. If you want to move the camera to follow your subject, it's best to walk backwards. The toe-to-heel action creates less bounce than walking heel to toe. This will not produce a perfectly stable shot, but it will allow you to create video footage that will not give your audience vertigo. Zooming is a function that is available on most smartphones. It can be used when you are attempting to get a close-up shot of your subject. The problem with most mobile phones is that they use a digital zoom instead of an optical zoom. Digital zoom by nature crops and lowers the resolution of the image and can cause a grainy image. Instead of zooming, it's best to move closer to your subject. This will allow you to maintain the highest image resolution and the sharpest focus on your subject. Audio capturing is another concern when filming with a smartphone. Smartphones have omnidirectional microphones, so they will not only pick up the audio from your subjects, but everything around the device as well. Wind, people talking, dogs barking, air conditioners humming, and any other stray noise will likely be picked up while recording. Also, very loud sounds tend to distort the audio on a smartphone. Again, doing some good location scouting to find a reasonably quiet indoor or outdoor environment is your best remedy if the audio recording is a crucial element of your scene. Look for a quiet room inside or a nice open space away from highways and areas where there are a lot of people. Take plenty of test shots when scouting your locations. If you are concerned about the video or audio quality of a location, find a new location and take some more test shots. Continue this process until you find a location that best suits your needs. A final piece of advice is when you finish shooting your video for the day, immediately save the footage on your computer and then back up the footage on an external drive. Devices may malfunction, files may accidentally get deleted, and if you have no backup, all of your hard work is lost and you will have to shoot it all again. Now that you have viewed this video, it's time to get to work and put what you have learned to practice.